up, guys? The next main mission is called the Dark Monument. However, we need to eliminate more warchiefs to begin the mission. Now, I did find, let's see if I can find some. These little symbols here, the intel symbols, will either be an enemy you can interrogate, or it'll be a piece of intel laying on the ground. Now, when you get to those intel and you find intel, you will be able to reveal information on any one of the enemies here you see in Sauron's army. Now, I got the intel and I revealed Flak black-thorn, who is the first warchief I'm going to worry about taking down. In order to make these fights easier, you're going to want to take down his bodyguards. Now, as you see the two lines coming out of him, those are his two bodyguards. Now, the first one is going to be here. It's Ashgar in the Runt. I'm going to take care of him now, so you can see that. And then after that, we're going to have to go after this unknown captain, which obviously we're going to have to get some intel so we can figure out who that is and what the weaknesses and strengths are. However, first, we're going to go ahead and take care of this. Now, the symbol above his head is it's one of those struggle of power type missions. And we'll go over that in just a minute. This one also has one over his head. I believe it may be the same one. They may be struggling against each other, but we'll find that out in a second. So in order to take down that warchief, we're going to first take down this captain. And his mission is right here. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have to invade the attempt to recruit any followers so we can go ahead and kill this captain.
Follow me and don't make a fuss, alright?
Is that supposed to scare me?
So now what we want to do is I knew that he was vulnerable to stealth finishers, so that's why this was so easy. Now, in your game, that specific captain may not be vulnerable to stealth finishers, which wouldn't be so helpful in this video. I mean, but that is the general idea of what we want to do. Now, if we go back to our army page, you will now see that this captain is dead, and the only remaining bodyguard is going to be the one that is unknown, that we don't know yet. Now, what we could have done was damage that captain down to a green skull and interrogated him to find out more information about this captain. However, I didn't do that. So what we're going to do here is we are going to locate... Oh, I kind of missed that. I shorted that jump. However, we're going to try and locate some intel so we can figure out who that captain is. Okay, we're not really going to interrogate.
Everyone gets a piece, but leave me his head.
We're gonna just kind of leave these enemies alone. I'm going to go find some intel elsewhere. Now, we're in the middle of a stronghold here, and everyone is kind of going a little nuts. So we're going to relocate to somewhere a little less hectic while we try to find this intel. Generally, you can see already on the map here, we see another intel enemy. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up here looks like there's only 2. Oh, there's 3. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to stealth kill this one. Oh. We're gonna just kind of sneak up behind this other intel enemy, and I'm going to interrogate him to find information on the second captain we need. Okay, now we just gotta catch up to this one, and there we go. So we're gonna interrogate him for the intel, and as we now see, once again, that this is connected to this captain over here, we're going to gain the intel on this captain. It's Lam Lug, or Lam Lug the Legend. And we'll find out his strengths and weaknesses. You know, he's a second tier captain, so his weaknesses are not really many. You know, he has many more strengths than weaknesses. So we'll let Talion kill this Yorukai, and now we will take this captain. We're going to mark him. As you see on the top right of the screen, it will show you the portion of the map that he'll be located in. So what we'll do now is head towards the little skull. If you can see on my mini map here, up to the top right where I'm headed towards now, there's a skull. Not the yellow one. The yellow one is the main mission, as we know by now. But the white skull with the little red parenthesis looking things around it, that is where we'll be able to find our next captain. And now that I'm in this section, the map portion that we're in has turned green, which means that captain could be anywhere in this section, and we have to do this this wraith vision and identify him. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way around this big mountain thing, and I'm going to go up here. By going up here, we can kind of get a little bit better of a vantage point. At this point, I do not see any red outline captains that we can identify at the moment. So it makes me believe that he will be on the other side of this mountain. So what we'll do is we'll go over here. Still, you know, checking to see if I can find anybody. I can't. So what we'll do is we'll come up here, near where this Karagor is. I'm going to shoot it a couple times to kill it so we can get by it. A couple shots to the head should kill it. Yep, it's dead. And now, when we go around this mountain, we should be able to identify our missing captain. And I'm going to get all the way to the top so I can get a much better vantage point. And it looks like that is our captain we're looking for, the veteran captain. So now, what we like to do, what I like to do anyway, I think first I'm going to release this Karagor and see if it can kill any of these Yokai for me. I'm going to let that get out. And now it's going to hopefully run around and attack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dominate it. When you dominate it, this means you can ride them. So it's just the same concept as those finishers we have towards the warchiefs that you saw in a previous video. And let me just double check here. I'm going to make sure that it's not, you know, he doesn't have some kind of invulnerability to mounted beasts. But he has a hate of Karagors, which can be bad. If a warchief or any captain in general has a hate of something, this is now what you're seeing. That means that he will become enraged and his health will regenerate back to full. So it's generally not a good idea to chip away at, let's take care of this archer first, wherever he is. It's generally not a good idea to chip away at a captain or war chief's health and then do something that enrages them. Something that they hate, because at that point they will become stronger and their health will regenerate to full. So you want to try to kind of avoid that. I'm going to go ahead and take out these other enemies around him, just so I can kind of fight him on my own. Probably a better idea. So, I'm going to take out this archer. Now, it looks like there's still quite a few enemies down here, and they all see me, of course. But I'm still going to take away some of the enemies. And I went out of elf shot. So this captain specifically, I believe it said that he was vulnerable to ranged. Yeah, he's vulnerable to ranged and combat finishers. So I'm just going to be slightly careful here about which one of these enemies I stealth kill. I want it to be this one with the shield here. So I'm going to go ahead and wait until he comes in my range. Apparently he wants to just walk away from me, but he comes over here. I can try to... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to kill him first. Just get him out of the way, because I really do not like these shielded enemies. The ones that force you to jump over them. So, I'm gonna go ahead and engage him. See how this interaction goes. Generally, with these enemies, it's not too difficult, and I like the combat finishers. And I was apparently I was trying to stun him there, which I was not aware of. Go ahead and drag his health down a little bit. And he's retreating, so if they retreat and they run far enough away, they will run away for good, and you'll have to refine them. But as he only had a little bit of health left now, he's going to go ahead and be dead. And once again, once you kill their warchief, or not their warchief, their captain, most of the enemies will run away, like what just happened. And generally, the power level of the captain you are killing will have some kind of outcome on the level of the rune you're getting as a reward. And so that is now... this war chief now has no bodyguards, so I'm going to be going after him next.